Today we will discuss regarding blow molding and thermoforming process. So first we will see what is blow molding process. So blow molding process is widely used for producing bottles or other hollow objects due to its least expensive and simplest process to manufacture. It offers a number of processing advantages such as molding of irregular curves, low stresses, variable wall thicknesses, use of polymers with high molecular weight and favorable molding cost. So blow molding is operated using low molding pressure and hence result in low internal stresses. So principle that is used in a blow molding process. So this process, so in this process, a heated thermoplastic tube is placed in the mold and air pressure is applied to inflate it. That is, the tube will expand to the walls of the cavity. So material it is fed into the heated barrel of extruder with the help of screw rotation and heaters. The plastic is melted and homogenized. Melted material is forced through a set of die to form a tube, or it is also called a parison. Parison means it is a hot plastic tube. So parison is introduced into the mold. The mold closes and pinches off. Now the blow pin is inserted through the open end of the parison to form a neck. Now, finally, the air is introduced through the blow pin to inflate the parison inside the mold. So by this, the molten polymer copies the details of the mold. Lastly, the molded product is cooled and ejected. So in the finishing stage, the part undergoes trimming, finishing, printing, labeling and decorating. So this is a three-dimensional diagram that is shown. You can see the two mold cavities, two halves of the two of the mold cavity it is shown on either side, and at the middle you can see there is a hot parison or preform that is placed. So cavity it is cooled by the coolant, and on the right hand side you can see there is a blow pin that is used to inject the air into the mold cavity. So due to that air pressure, it expands the parison, and the tube that will expand to the walls of the cavity, means it is inflated. So blow molding methods, based on the method used to create the parison or preform, two types of blow molding are recognized. So first is extrusion blow molding that uses an extruded tube, and second process is injection blow molding that uses an injection molded preform. So blow molding machines and their construction. So blow molding machine consists of two parts. The first part, that is the parison forming unit, that is called a extruder, and second part is blow molding unit, means you have to inject the air into the mold. So you can see, so first unit on a left hand side you can see parison extrusion, that is a cross section it is shown. So the parison it is formed, and there are the two cavities or the dies, two halves of the dies that are shown. In between there is a parison, that is a extruded tube that is shown. Then second part of the blow molding machine, that is a blow molding, that is a cross section it is shown. There is a pin through which the air pressure that is injected into the through the blow pin of the top of the mold, and in a third part that is a part that is formed, so the molded part that is shown. So extrusion blow molding, in this plastic is melted and extruded into a hollow tube that is called parison. This parison is then captured by closing it into the cooled metal mold. Air is then blown into the parison, inflating it into the shape of the hollow bottle, container or the part. After the plastic has cooled sufficiently, the mold is opened and the part is ejected. So this is the process. So these are the 4 steps that are shown. So in a first step, a hot extruded tube of plastic called parison is placed between the 2 parts open mold, that is step A. So there is a extruded die, then there is a parison in between the 2 parts of the die or the 2 parts of the open mold. Then in a step B, the 2 halves of the mold moves towards each other so that the mold closes over the tube. The tube gets cut off and sealed at the bottom of the closing mold, or in a diagram it is shown at the top of the closing mold. In a third diagram, that is step C, then air is injected to force the plastic against the walls of the water cooled mold. Then the component, so in a step D, that is the last step, the component is cooled and the mold opens to release the component. So the typical product applications are plastic beverage bottles and the hollow containers. So that is the extrusion blow molding process. Now injection blow molding process, there are 3 stages. So first is injection stage. So molten polymer is injected into the heated preform mold. The preform consists of a fully formed neck with thick tube of polymer attached. Second stage is blowing stage. The preform is passed to the hollow cooled blow mold. Compressed air is blown into the preform, inflating it and forcing it against the mold. And third step, that is the ejection. The blow form polymer is allowed to cool, then removed from the mold. Cleaning and testing it is carried out. So that is the injection blow molding. So advantages of blow molding process. So it is well suited for low or high production rates. Mold costs are comparatively low due to lower pressure. Quick product revisions for increased flexibility. Tooling is less expensive than other moldings and price per part is less than that of rotational molding. Disadvantages of blow molding: products are not biodegradable most times. Process and material limitations, longer cooling times, and it is not possible to mold in holes except after the molding. Applications: milk bottles, pharmaceutical bottles, antifreeze bottles, garbage cans, drums, fuel tanks, ice chest and coolers. Then next process, that is a thermoforming process. So thermoforming is the process where the thermoplastic polymer sheet is heated and deformed into desired shape. So the process is heating plastic sheet to the temperature where it softens, stretching the softening polymer against the cold mold surface and cooling the finished part and trimming excess plastic. So these are the thermoforming stages. So steps in thermoforming. So first is heating. So heating is accomplished by radiant electric heater, which is located by at the distance of 125 mm from the sheet. Forming: after heating, the polymer sheet is converted or formed into various shapes, either air pressure, vacuum or mechanical. So according to the forming techniques, thermoforming are of 3 types. So first type of thermoforming, it is called a vacuum forming. Then second type of thermoforming, it is called a pressure forming. and third, it is a mechanical forming. So that is according to the forming technique. So forming of the sheet into various sheets, that is the technique that is used according to the technique. So first is the vacuum forming. So it is the earliest method of thermoforming. So thermoforming, sometimes called the vacuum forming, it is a process in which heated plastic sheet is changed to a desired shape by causing it to flow against the mold surface by reducing the air pressure between one side of the sheet and the mold surface. So this principle that is used in a vacuum forming process. The process consists of clamping the heated plastic sheet over a mold in such a way that the air between the sheet and the mold can be evacuated. So this vacuum of increasing intensity draws the sheet against the surface of the mold where it cools and solidifies. So the sheet of plastic used in this process are produced by either extrusion or pressing. So the basic steps: a flat plastic sheet is heated by a radiant heater, which is placed on one or either side of the plastic. So the softened sheet is placed over the concave cavity. Then the vacuum draws the sheet to the mold cavity. Against the mold cavity, the product is then cooled and extra plastic parts are trimmed. So this is a process you can see. So first step, a piece of plastic sheet is clamped into the frame. So you can see at the top there is a clamp, then at the bottom you can see the mold, and in that mold the holes are placed for the vacuum holes, that is called the vacuum holes, to create a vacuum inside the mold. So these holes, that is called the vacuum molds. Then in a second diagram you can see, so at the top there is a radiant heater that is placed. In a second diagram you can see the plastic is heated usually with electric heaters until it begins to sag. Then you can see in a third diagram that the vacuum, air or mechanical pressure. So in this case the vacuum is then evacuated through the small holes in the mold. So vacuum it is drawn in the third stage. So due to this the plastic is pulled tightly against the mold. So you can see in a third diagram the plastic it is pulled tightly against the mold walls. Then the frame is raised and the part is removed and then trimmed in a punch press. So you can see in a last diagram, that is the removal of the part. So another diagram you can see at the top there is a heat softened plastic sheet is placed and it is clamped, and in the next diagram the vacuum it is evacuated, air it is evacuated from the bottom holes, that is called the vacuum holes, so that the sheet that will get pulled tightly against the mold walls, and then that sheet it is removed during after the cooling and solidification. So vacuum forming advantages: operated comparatively low vacuum pressure and relatively cheap, and disadvantages: uneven wall thickness at the corner of the product, bad finishing or non-uniform plastic concentration, and third is the thinnest area occur at the corner near the clamp. Then the pressure forming, so that is a second type of the thermoforming process, that is a pressure forming, that is according to the technique used for the forming the sheet. So it is alternative to vacuum forming. Here the air pressure is forced to the preheated sheet into the cold mold. Here the air pressure of is much higher than the vacuum forming. The basic difference between the vacuum forming is the heated sheet is pressurized from above the mold cavity. So this is in case of pressure forming. The heated sheet is pressurized from above the mold cavity. So due to high pressure, the heated sheet can be deformed in fraction of seconds. So the high production rate that can be possible. So you can see the air pressure that is applied from the top of the mold. So in case of vacuum forming, through the vacuum holes, the air it is evacuated from the bottom, so that the sheet gets pulled against the mold walls. But in this pressure forming process, the air pressure that is applied from the top of the mold cavity, so that the sheet that can gets the shape of the mold cavity. Advantages of pressure forming: high production rate, efficient for large parts and low tooling cost. And disadvantages: limited shape complexity. Then the mechanical thermoforming. In mechanical forming, air pressure or vacuum pressure do not use to drag the plastic sheet. Here, the positive and the negative, that is the male and female molds, are brought against the heated plastic sheet, forcing it to the assumed shape. So the male and the female parts, that is the dies that are used, the air between the mold and the sheet is evacuated by using vacuum pump, and the sheet conforms to the mold shape. Then the form part is cooled and it is ejected. So you can see the sheet, it is heated and that is clamped over the bottom mold. So first step, that is heated sheet is placed above the negative mold, that is a die, and then with the help of punch, that is the pressure that is applied, so mold is closed to shape the sheet, that is shown in a second diagram. So mechanical forming advantages: better dimensional control and opportunity for surface detailing of both sides of the parts. And disadvantages: two mold halves are required and it is costly. So materials used that are shown for the thermoforming process, and the applications of thermoforming process, that is used for food packaging, automotive parts, aircraft windscreens, vehicle doors, etc. Then the advantages of thermoforming: flexible design, rapid prototype development, high production rate, low setup cost, less thermal stress. And disadvantages: not eligible for thermosets, or it is applicable for thermosets. All parts need to be trimmed and parts may non-uniform thickness. So some applications of plastic in engineering field. So the first, that is plastic that are used in a applicable in a automotive industries for making automobile body panel components, car dashboards, automotive parts, and safety helmets. Then second, that is used in mechanical industry, so low friction bearings, pipes and water tanks, safety nozzles, washing machine parts, refrigerator parts, radio and television cabinets, laboratory equipments. Third is in electrical industries, so for making electrical cables and wire insulation, light fittings, electrical parts. Fourth is chemical industries, that is used for making paints, surface coatings, adhesives, glues for plywood and cladding panels. So this is regarding the blow molding process and thermoforming and the applications of plastic in industries. Thank you.